Good day and welcome to the stream. This is a quick, well not quick, but a quickly put together test flight of the Bombardier CRJ900. Just very recently released by AreoSoft, and I figure we take it off on its first flight. Now, the aircraft is a little bit longer than the 700, and she's got a little bit bigger wing surface area for a little bit more lift. She's also got, as you can see, dual baggage doors at the front and that, so there's a little bit more room inside of it. But other than that, she should fly pretty much the same, and that's what we're going to figure out here on today's flight. So we are up on VATSim as well, although currently there was coverage down, there's coverage. Washington Center is online. So far that's the only ATC we got, but Toronto's got a few airplanes kicking around in it right now, and we'll see how it goes. So I hope you all had a good Thursday, November the 11th, for, I think it's Memorial Day. No, Armistice Day in the States, and of course for the Commonwealth countries, Remembrance Day. Alright, so let's hop on board. We'll start getting set up. We're flying Air Canada Jazz today, the regional airline subsidiary. Actually, it's contracted out to a completely independent company. And we're flying from Toronto Pearson Airport down to Durham, North Carolina. Alright, so let's hop on board and we can start going through the process. Alright, we're in the aircraft. She is cold and dark. So we'll do our checks. Circuit breakers are checked and closed. Nose wheel steering switch is off. Hydraulic pumps are off. I had to go through and set up my joystick and everything as well. I thought it might have carried it over since this is just a little bit of an add-on, but nope, completely separate aircraft. Landing gear lever is confirmed down. Boiler lever is confirmed. Retracted slats and flaps are up. And I just lost my sound for some reason. Hang on. Or is it just quiet inside the aircraft? Alright, sorry, I just saw the level bar there and there was absolutely nothing on it, and I was like, I just lost all my audio. Okay, radar set is off, doesn't really have one anyway. ADG is stowed, emergency flap lever is normal, battery switch is coming on. And we'll go right to ground power. APU is off. AC electrical, we can come down here, take a look. AC electrical, we are drawing off the external, which is what we want to see. You can hear all the fans kicking on as well, that's a good indicator. IRSs, we're coming down here, we're going to start aligning. Did you just go... quick align on me? I'm not seeing the message. That's map options, default. It's trying to remember all the settings. Should be doing a proper alignment. We'll see. Might have to look at that. Emergency equipment is checked. Gear, safety pins are on board. Airplane documents are on board. Hydraulic 3A pump. We'll put that on. We'll come down here. We'll check the hydraulics page. See the 3A is powered up. Turn that off. Oops, wrong one. Turn that off. There we go. That's what we want to see. Hydraulics bleeding off. FMS initialization. Let's take a look. So the active database 07 October to 03 November. I'm going to have to update this. There's the prior one in there as the backup. That's fine. Position initialization. We are at CYYZ. And we will go over to our GPS and grab it and throw it in there. So that's now entered in. And we're good to go there. So next step is the flight plan. So we are Charlie Yankee Yankee Zulu, which is Toronto Pearson International Airport, and we're heading to Kilo Romeo Delta Uniform, which is the Raleigh Durham Airport, Durham, North Carolina. I think it's in between the two cities. They are pretty close together. Our alternate today is, let's see, KCLT, Charlotte, North Carolina. K, Charlie, Lima Tango. And the operational flight plan is available in the YouTube chat. If you want, I will put that up. There we go. And runway, we are departing on runway 05. Flight number today is Juliet Zulu Alpha 8834. There we go. Call sign Jazz. Alright, that is all in, and we'll execute that. So we're going to go over to page 2, and we will enter in. I'll put the first waypoint in. Let's do the AIRRA. Alpha India Romeo Alpha is our first point. We're going direct to Ara. And from there we are taking the Quebec 103 airway to Rix, Romeo India Charlie Charlie Sierra, and then it is direct to Tave, Tango India Victor Alpha Echo, and from there we will be taking the Star into the airport. So that's all that. We can enter that in. We can then go to our departure and arrival page. So we're going to be departing runway 05, and we are going off on the BETS 2 departure, and our transition is going to be over to ERA, and we will execute. It's usually vectors. Once the ATC has you clear, they'll vector you around to it. But in this case, we're going to just have it in the flight plan to go out, since we're self-vectoring as there's no ATC on in Toronto at the moment. So our arrival, we'll come back over here, will be on runway 23 right, so we want the ILS. ILS 23 right. We're going in on the Aldan 3 arrival. As mentioned, Tive, is our entry point, and we're going to be transitioning out on butts. So we'll execute that, and that should be pretty good. So that is that all entered in. We'll come back and check that in a minute. We'll just carry on with the rest of the information here. So flight plan is done. We'll go to our performance initialization for today. So we are gonna, let's go over here. Oh, it's not the same keys as the other one. So if we come over to our performance, we're gonna use the zero fuel weight. So our zero fuel weight today, 31,255. So we're going to take that out, and 31,255, we'll enter that in there. And our fuel for today, 4,860, just over half a fuel load. So we'll enter that in. See, we have that set there. And we are all set. So we're going to set the payload into simulator. No, we're not. Are we? No, we don't want to set payload in simulator because those numbers are wrong. We're going to copy the performance information over. So that should now show those numbers. 4855, 4860. Okay, so if we come back down to here, there's our cargo. We have 90 passengers on board. There's our weights. Our cruise altitude for today's flight, I think it's F360. Flight level 360. We don't have an alternate cruising altitude. That is fine. We'll hit execute. And we'll go to the next page. ISO deviation, we're going to leave it as 0. Our cruise wind for today, we have a headwind of 48, so that means it's going to be M48, which means a minus 48 on our airspeed. So we'll put that in. And for page 2, our reserve fuel. We have reserve fuel. Contingency 15 minutes. Well, we'll call it 450 kilograms, and our taxi fuel is 227. There we go. Estimated time of departure will be 17:38. So I'll say we're estimating 18:15. So it gives us now our 1 hour, 30-minute flight time. We should use up 2,500 kilos of fuel. All right, over to V-Nav. Target speed, we're going to change to 290 can stay. Let's get that out of the way. 290 can stay. That's fine. Transition altitude of 1,800. We're good. Page 2. Here we're going to change that to 320 and 0.77 for our cruising speed, and then we'll come over here and 74290 flight level 1800, 250, 10,000 is all good there. So we are set up. So what we can quickly do is come over here into plan mode. And we're just going to go through the flight plan and see how we do. So let's go legs. I'm going to bring up the charts as well. Where are my charts? Right, so we're going to take off. It's then going to be vectors as we take off. We're going to climb to 1,000 feet. And basically we're going to go from mobile to there. We'll execute that. You see we're going to come out and then we'll turn on to mobile. We're then going to fly down Raleigh, Rita, and we want the next waypoint, Stackville, or Oakville actually, Stackville. There's Betts. We're then going down to Samuel and Nera where we come off of the departure. And then we are going to, well, looks like there's a issue in there. Yeah, there's a disco. So we're going to take that one and then overlay it on that one. So just look at the route. So we're going to go down through Emmen, then to Rick's on the airway, and to Tavi. And again, we'll take Tavi, overlay it. Come back over here, go to the next waypoint again. We can take that down. Emmen, Rick's, there's Tavi. Look at the arrival. Tavi should be Macdon. Then Favco, Alden, which we can see, Favdo, Alden, Grazer, Harsh, and Butts. And from Butts we then come on to the ILS. Now we're going to curve around and come in. And that's all looking very good and exactly what we want to see. So looks like we got some aircraft in the area here. On yeah, on 122.8. Nobody's talking. All right, so we're good there. So we're gonna go. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in here while I'm here. That's gonna go on to Nav Mode, and the right-hand side is just gonna go on. And hit execute on that. We're gonna come in and change our format. And we'll go to there, and you are on 40. That is what we want to see. So that's now all entered in, and we are good there. So I'm going to bring the legs up over on your side, and we're going to go to our performance data over here. As we wait. Let's see, what did I forget? Oh, I forgot that. We'll get that up and running. So, FMS initialization is done. Cabin's been inspected. Walk around is done. Crew oxygen and masks. First, we have them down here. We can do the test. We got the little thing. Roger will do it on his side. Audio warning panels.
Gear bay overheat. Gear bay overheat.
Alright. There's the alerts going off there for the tests. Urban checked electrical power panel. So again, the electrics are all working fine. Everything is good. Fire detection. We can push the button. We'd have to be looking down at the screen to see the information come up, so I don't bother. Start lighting power. We'll get our panel. We'll get the logo and nav lights up and on. Fuel panel is fine. Fuel is loaded and we are set. Bleeds. Which one is the overhead? There we go. Bleeds are normal, and bleed valves are on auto. APU we can start up now, so we'll hit start. We'll come down. We're looking for the in bite to go off. start, or sorry, turn on power first. Looking for the invite to come off. There, SOV is open. Start up the APU. Start panel has been checked. Hydraulics are good. We already looked at that. ELT switch is on arm reset. Cabin pressure. In case we have to return, cabin altitude 500 feet, which is correct. It's about 514 feet, I think, here at Pearson. Or 569 feet, actually. So let's pop that out. We'll go up. And just dial that up to 560. There we go. Air conditioning panels are good. Packs are currently off. Recirculating fan is off.
Good evening, Air Canada 896 pushing from stand 177, expecting runway 6 left for departure.
Anti-ice panel is checked. Windshield heat is low. Standby compass is checked. Nose wheel steering switch is confirmed off. Clocks are set to, I'm not sure what time they're actually set to. I guess, no, they're set to 4 hours. Yeah, they're set to what would be UCT. I've rolled the time back in the game, so we're flying in daylight. So that is fine. Instrument panels have all been checked. Upper pedestal is checked and good. Thrust lever quadrant, put that back up, is checked and good. Avionics and radio tuning is good. What trims? So stab trims 1 and 2 are on. Mock trim is on. Yaw dampers 1 and 2 are on. And source select normal is good. So we're going to come up and I'm going to get a little bit of lighting. It is kind of dark and gloomy out today, so we'll get a little bit of contrast lighting here on the panels. There we go. Alright, passenger signs. No smoking and seatbelts are on. Landing elevation is set. Current weather, we're on live weather. Current weather, and I'll throw it in the chat on both sides. I am Tom Jones. Oh. Sorry, I missed you. I've been busy going through all the stuff. Hope you're still watching. Yeah, enjoy the sim. You just jump in the A5, take off and fly around. Well, that's one way to do it, and if that's the way you enjoy it, it's more than good enough. So you can see the weather. Winds again are 120 at 0 knots. So it's basically calm right now. Or 090 at 11. So we're using 05. The weather was 30 minutes ago. Gusting to 19, 15 miles visibility, overcast 22,000, temperatures 12, and 2980 is the setting. So 2980 is set. Thank you. There's somebody coming in.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to welcome you aboard our flight. When you find your seat, please be sure to place your larger carry-on items
altimeters
and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you.
Back at a gate
Unless you're in the front row, please place all of your items in the overhead bin.
Should be
If you have
something
any trouble finding a
to
location for your carry-on items, please
sync
let
the
flight attendants know
altimeters,
when you
isn't there?
find your seat. If the overhead bin is full, please make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers. Please double check that all your items are put away so that the aisle is clear and other passengers can make their way to their seats. If you're in an emergency exit row, please read the exit seating responsibilities in the card in the seat back in front of you. If you're not able to comply
Can't
with
remember
these
what all of
actions,
the
please let a flight
options
attendant
are.
know so that way you can be reseated. Feel free to use your cell phones during the rest of the boarding process, but we do ask that laptops, tablets, and any other larger electronic devices are stowed once we depart from the gate.
Temperature, weight,
Thank you, and
kilograms,
welcome aboard.
pascals. Independent. Inches of mercury. So you should be showing synchronized. There we go. I knew there was something somewhere that did that. Oh, and there I just saw it right there. IRS align time. Save those options. Oop, did that save it before I exited? Yes, it did. Okay, FMS is checked and set. Radios and nav aids. We're on 122.8, which is what we need there. We are going to be squawking 2000, which is fine. We'll turn on our standby radio to standby. Nav aids, we don't need anything at the moment. There's an aircraft on final. And takeoff briefing. We're going to be departing. Let me pull it up here. Navigraph. So we're over here currently at Terminal 1. We're going to taxi out. We're going to taxi Alpha all the way up Alpha to Hotel. We're going to cross 15 left and cross 15 right. We're going to carry on Hotel all the way down to Hotel 6. And we're going to be departing runway 05.
Toronto traffic, Air Canada 896 is taxiing runway 06 left. Toronto.
We're then going to fly out from there. We're going to make the right-hand turn at the
traffic on
mobile.
3474 on the push, Bravo 41.
All the way around, and we're going to fly down along the departure all the way down to area. And then, as mentioned, we're going to fly down across Lake Erie and straight down to our arrival. We'll brief the arrival when we get a little bit closer in down at that end. So that is the plan. We're getting close. Everyone's almost on board. I think we were pretty good. What we're going to do is we're going to push the performance information. We have our loading sheets. We know how many are coming on board and everything. So we're going to be running flaps 8 on takeoff. The runway is currently dry. It's not raining, although it is cloudy. Oh, there's somebody over there. V1 of 146, VR of 146, V2 of 156, a VFTO of 204. And V2 plus 10 of 166. So we're going to push all that over, and you can see all our V speeds are now here in the thing. And there's our climb out speed of 166, initial climb, anyway, as we head out. So that is all now nicely set in. Runway heading, our takeoff is 057. So we're going to dial this into 057. Now, normally that would make that runway 06, but we have two 06s already down at the south end of the airport, and we're going to you call this one 05, just so you know it's the north runway. All right.
Total traffic on core 3474, taxiing 6 left, Alpha Kilo Bravo Delta, crossing 33 right.
And we are currently sitting at gate 26, I believe, 126. For when we do our push and start.
Charles, KLM 692, we're pushing at gate Charlie 37. We'll be flying departure off 6 left.
There's this guy over here getting ready to go. We got 7-4 there. Should be interesting when they get the AreoSoft's traffic matching thing in place and we get a good VRM file that works with it. It'll be nice to have the proper traffic all showing up So I don't know what he's doing over here at an international terminal. Should have been over in the FBO side of the house. Not sure what aircraft he is. Is it an early King Air? Just showing airports here. Actually, don't want that option. Yeah, I got that turned off. This one. Speed, altitude. Yeah, that's all good.
You're ready to go when you are.
All right, we are ready to go.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 8834 with service to North Carolina. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 28 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, secure doors for departure.
We hope you enjoy flying with us. Before takeoff, we would like to encourage all passengers to watch our cabin crew display the safety features of the aircraft.
No. I have my own, thank you. Okay, so we're all good there. Everything is done. If we come down to the doors page, we can see that our doors are all closed. APU is up and providing electrical power, and we are disconnected off the external. So we are all good there. Flight plan is in, performance data is in, and we are all set and ready to go. So cleared to start. Personal electronic devices are off. APU is on. Electrics have been checked. Takeoff data is set. Doors are closed and locked. Beacon light is coming on. Fuel pumps are both on, and quantity. It's DC electrics up. Quantity is checked. We are good there. Hydraulic pumps, other way, are all coming online, and parking brake is set. So we are good to start. He's pushed back. Oh, 380. So we're gonna we'll call the tug, and then we're gonna wait for him to get out of the way. I think he's facing the wrong way, actually.
Cockpit to ground.
Toronto traffic,
ground.
and
Stand by.
180, picking off runway 06 left Toronto traffic.
And he's facing into the bay here. We want to back out and then swing around onto this line here for our departure outwards. He's probably going to do a wrap around. Here comes our tow.
Toronto traffic, Air Canada 896 Heavy is lining up for runway 06 left line Air Transit, Toronto.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed. The parking brakes are set. You may lift. Parking brake set.
Let's see, the aircraft is slightly longer here.
Toronto traffic to Canada 489
Okay, he's
on
moving.
approach for ILS runway 2
Standing by.
correction and ILS runway 15 left.
Toronto traffic Encore 3474 is quickly crossing 15 left of Delta.
See where this 380 goes. I think he's going to spin around. Who is he? Let's find out who he is. That is loud.
Not Mike.
So
Not Mike.
I don't know who he is because I don't have a 380 listed on the list of aircraft here in Pearson right now.
Total traffic Encore 3474, now clear 15 left, taxiing Delta 6 left.
Toronto traffic, trends at 188, clear of runway 06 left, Toronto traffic.
Traffic Air Canada 896 Heavy, departing 06 left, Toronto.
Toronto traffic, Air Canada 489, short final runway 15 left.
We've got aircraft landing on 15 left. We've got aircraft departing now on 06. We're going to take 05, which is the northern one. It's off in this direction, and the other aircraft are down on the south 2 runways, which are off in that one. Toronto's got 2 north-south and 3 east-west, so he's going there. Toronto traffic, Jazz 8834, stand 125, terminal 1, push and start, facing south.
Toronto traffic Encore 3474, letting up runway 6 left, holding in position for 2 minutes due to wake
Cockpit to ground.
Toronto.
Go ahead. We are cleared for start and push. Parking brake set. Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Oh, emergency lights are armed, and parking brake coming off.
Parking brakes are released. Please release parking brake. Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in
Gee,
sequence.
he doesn't
It
wait
will
too
start
long,
in the
does he?
sequence.
Let's keep the speed under control. We'll go down to D. We're going to be starting engine 1 first, or the left engine. Correction, right engine. Engine right. We don't need continuous. We can just hit start. Up she comes. Lots of extra clicks and things making sounds in the cockpit.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention
Not sure
to the
if
front
I
of
like
the
that.
aircraft for a safety demonstration.
Let's go to
When the seatbelt light is
here.
on, please make sure that your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another. Tighten by pulling on the loose end of the
22, come up.
strap. To release your seatbelt,
Starting
lift
engine.
the upper portion of the buckle. In the event that the
Speed up a little bit. Forgot with this one, you can't have the parking brake on my Quadrant. So we're gonna go up to Bravo, taxi Bravo to hotel. I'm not sure which one they actually use, up or down, but
Toronto traffic Encore 3474, departing 6 left, Toronto.
so open the plastic pouch and remove the vest.
so we have a
Flip
good
it over
start
your head.
on the left end
Wrap
or
the
right
straps
engine,
around your waist and
starting
buckle at
left.
the front. Pull the strap to tighten. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting the aircraft. If your life vest does not inflate automatically, blow into the mouthpieces for manual inflation. Each vest is equipped with a whistle.
Again, we're
and
waiting
button.
for 20
If
on the
necessary,
N2.
your seat cushion can be used as a secondary flotation device. Pull the cushion from the seat, slip your arms into the strap, and
There
hug
we
the
go.
cushion to your chest.
Slow the tug
Please
down.
securely stow all personal items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and seat
It's 20 on
backs
the
and
N2.
tables are all in their full upright position. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight.
Both engines
and
to
that
idle.
includes vaping, tampering with, disabling, or destroying.
Looking good.
Done. We hope you enjoy your flight.
%. She's almost up. Generators are coming through. I'm gonna go turn that one back on. I know what that sound was I was hearing now. Alright, we have a good start on engine number 2, so you guys can
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brake is set.
Parking brake set. Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft. Ground. Startup is complete. You may disconnect. Roger. Good engine start. Cleared to disconnect. See you at the side. Have a good flight. Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Alright, so push is done. They're going to pull off out of the way. So generators are all on auto. Electrics are checked. Running off the engines. DC electric is fine. Bleed valves are on auto. Packs are both coming on. V-circ fan is on. And cargo. 2. Cargo air is on as well.
Traffic KLM 692 heavy taking position 06 left.
APU is coming off and 2, 3 shutting down. Anti-ice is off. Nose wheel steering is armed. Alright, so 4 takeoffs, slats and flaps. 8 selected and 8 indicated. Trims. Our trim is, we're looking for 6.9 on the nose trim. So we'll dial that to 6.9. See that over here. Trims are all green and set. They're within their limits. Reversers coming on. Reversers are armed. Flight instruments have all been checked. Flight controls. Full left, full right, neutral, full forward, full back, neutral. Hello, Scott. Full left, full right, neutral. We're heading down towards your part of the world on this flight. We're heading down to Durham, North Carolina. Alright, so flight controls are good.
Ready to go.
Cabin is good to go, and brakes are good. So we can taxi out to the runway. So taxi light coming on. Oop, should have, oh no, beacon light was on. Strobe draw inspection lights are off. That's fine, and that is all good. You're in the air, and the wizard just got out of the body shop. Oh, yeah. Having a better flight this time? Toronto area traffic, Jazz 8834, taxiing to runway 05 via Alpha Kilo, Bravo, Hotel, crossing 15 left, 15 right, holding short, Hotel 6. Alright, we are good to go. So, come off on the brakes. And we can start our taxi. Let's get a good position here. So we're going to be going out over here and then making a right-hand turn. So this is the new CRJ900, which is flown by Air Canada. They fly the 200, which is a very small airplane, and the 900. We're flying the 900 today. This is kind of my inaugural flight. I haven't done anything other than just take a look at it and set up the throttles, so it'll be interesting to see how it handles. And of course I've decided to do it on VATSim. We'll see what happens there. We got a bit of a taxi. We got to cross Alpha coming up and then taxi down. Again, I know they're landing on 15 left. Uncontrolled airspace at the moment. You're heading to Gatwick. Oh, nice. Flew into Gatwick once, I believe, in my early 20s. Most of the time I've flown into London. More recently, in the last 20 years or so, it's been a lot of flights into Manchester. And once direct into Edinburgh. That was a nice flight. And we can check over here. We can see the door is closed, so the APU is cooled down and shut off, which is very nice to see. Oh! Toronto Centre just came online. I'm sure we're going to start getting beeped like crazy from them. Head down here and get out onto Bravo. Hopefully it won't interfere too much. It requires a little bit more power to keep it taxiing, which is interesting. Oh, looks like a whole bunch of controllers are popping up. There's a lot of centers coming online. So we're on, this is Alpha in front of us. And we're going to go up Bravo here. You know, you fly VATSim because it's nice to have the controllers and stuff, but sometimes you feel kind of lucky when they go offline. You go, okay, I can do I'm all set up and I can do my own thing. I don't know how many times you've had, oh, you're doing this arrival now and this runway, and working on the fly to get everything set up. And doing single pilot operations in multi-crew cockpits is very rough. Yeah, no problem, Scott. This is kind of a spur of the moment flight I decided to do. And just see what it was like, and hopefully answer any questions if anyone has any. So we're gonna hop back in. I didn't mean to go to that view. We'll get the other frequency dialed in. It's 125.775. So we'll get that put in. 125.775. We'll call them before we depart. So let's get our panel set up here. So I'm going to go with an initial climb out of 7,000. Speeds are already set up for us, and I do have the heading bug already preset to 057, which is runway heading. Give it a little bit more power, get a little bit better ground speed here for the taxi. Well, smaller airplanes, they don't go too fast. So if we can take a look, I don't have any traffic really in the area coming in, so we'll be okay just to cross on our own. It's been a kind of gray overcast day here. You can see this is the, as I said before, live weather, although I rolled the time back. This is an actual Air Canada Jazz flight with a departure of 1,300 hours local. and I had rolled the time back. So we're running 15 minutes late right now. We're about 20 minutes late, although maybe not. Estimated expected departure says 13 minutes, so I guess we're on schedule. So hotel is coming up. I'm going to make a left. And I see no traffic inbound. So we should be clear on both sides there. So we're going to take hotel down to the end as the winds are out of the east. So hopefully the Bijan guy comes out with his winter north pack. I'd like to switch over to that in December. Get some winter textures here, but it looks nice with the fall colors. A little bit faster with the fall colors there. Looks real good. And Fly Tampa is supposed to be releasing a Toronto airport. They had one for FSX, and they're supposed to be doing one for 2020. So it'd be nice to get a nice airport here. We do have one in Vancouver. FS Dream Team is Vancouver, so that's a nice looking one. I think somebody has done Montreal as well. I'm not exactly sure. So we got a Lufthansa A340-600 inbound from Frankfurt. Probably going to be landing on 1-5, I would guess. So kind of a nice TO config. Okay, alright, so it's done its TO config and we're good. It's kind of a nice relaxed flight today. Testing this thing out, seeing how she works. See how she goes. As mentioned, I'll grab, oh, he's put an ATIS up as well. Well, that's lovely. I'll grab there's nobody inbound right now. I'll call him up when we get down to bottom of 05. Just curious if anyone else has gotten or is thinking about getting the 900 and 1000 for the CRJ. I am liking this more and more. It's a little bit of a handful, especially with no auto throttles. You're constantly watching that. Should be currently 12:52 local time. We do have a scheduled 1 o'clock departure. Ignore the chrono there, or the clock. I think it's slightly off, or I started the sim at the wrong, or the packs at the wrong time. I don't know. Midday anyway. So just checking the stat page. TL config okay, left reverser armed, right reverser armed, seat belts, no smoking signs are armed, AP door is closed. No warnings and no cautions. Hotel 6 is coming up. Should have the hold line. There's going to be there's two hold lines actually. There is one here if they're doing Cat 2, Cat 3 landing, so really low visibility. They want you holding back here, but that is not an issue today. So we're just going to come up to the regular hold line here at the Hotel 6. Swing the nose a little wide. Get it around. There we go. Here we are. So parking brake is set. Before takeoff checks, we are going to put the pitot heats on. Lights and strobes are on. Cross flow to manual. Cabin is advised. So weather radar is on, transponder is on, radar train display we don't have, and CAS is checked. So we'll go over on the radio.
Alvin Seat 405.
Again, 2223, Toronto Center, good evening, squawk 0523, please.
Squawking 0523, Air Canada 2223.
Toronto Center, good evening, Jazz 8834, Hotel 6 on 05 at Pearson, ready to depart on the Bates 2 departure.
Kilo Lufthansa 470, turn left heading 090, intercept, cleared ILS, runway 05 approach. Lufthansa 470, left heading 090, intercept, cleared ILS, runway 05 approach.
090 to intercept, cleared for the ILS 05, Lufthansa 470.
Air Canada 2223, you're identified, 17,000, runway 05 is active in Toronto, and the altimeter is 2980, when ready to send 7,000.
When ready to send 7,000, Air Canada 2223.
Okay, Air Canada 1289, you ready for clearance now?
Ready for clearance,
I think it's a little
1289.
busy getting caught up.
Air Canada 1289, cleared to Phoenix via Ursel 3 departure, Zohan transition, flight planned route, runway 05, squawk 0564.
Cleared departure 05 via Eagle transition Zoan, Ursel, and transition Zoan.
And I'm going to have to ask you for the box number again, Air Canada 1289.
It's squawk code 0564.
Squawk 0564, Air Canada 1289.
Air Canada 1289, read back correct. You can push start your discretion, call for taxi.
We'll call for taxi 1289.
Lufthansa 470, the winds 100 at 11, gusting 19, clear to land, runway 05.
Clear to land 05, Lufthansa 470.
Okay, Jazz 8834, are you ready for clearance now?
Affirm.
Okay, Jazz 8834, cleared to Raleigh, Durham via Beats 2 departure, Aero transition, flight plan route, the runway 06 left, squawk 0571.
Can we change that to 05? We're sitting at Hotel 6, holding short of 05 at the moment.
Okay, sure. Yep, it'll be runway 05, balance unchanged.
Okay, and squawk 0571 for Jazz 8834.
Jazz 8834, read back correct. Push start your discretion. Or sorry, yeah, the winds are 10011, gusting 19. Clear for takeoff, runway 05, no delay if you can.
Roger, clear for takeoff, no delay for Jazz 8834.
Yeah, Lufthansa 4701 aircraft is just departing ahead of you.
Roger, Lufthansa 470.
All right, let's get going. Power up. We're going to do a rolling start. So there he is there. We're in takeoff mode. Takeoff power set, airspeed's live, 80 knots.
And Lufthansa 470 is still clear to land, runway 05, traffic rolling.
That's not going to work for Lufthansa 470, going around.
Okay, Lufthansa 470, turn left heading 330, climb 4000.
330, 4000, Lufthansa 470.
Alright, we're climbing out. We're going to go into nav and speed mode, autopilot on.
Throttle Encore 3474.
Keep it heading mode at the moment.
Request descent.
Roger, Encore 3474, I can descend 8000, auto altimeter 3008.
Okay, thanks, 8000, Encore 3474.
Bring the speed up to 220. And center Jazz 8834s through 2100.
Jazz 8834 identified, turn right direct to Oakville on course, and climb flight level 230.
230 direct to Oakville on course, Jazz 8834. So we're going to make a right turn.
Lufthansa 470, turn left heading 240.
230.
240, Lufthansa 470.
And then we'll go direct to Oakville once I get that entered in. There we go. Flaps up.
Air Canada 769, descend to 5000.
Flaps are up. I don't know why I'm getting a speed warning.
Between 5,000 and 2069.
And we will go
Center Lufthansa 470, we accidentally left off at 5 instead of 4.
direct to Oakville.
Yeah, that's okay. It's Lufthansa 474, I can just descend 4000.
Descend 4000, loop down to 470.
Going to Nav Mode.
Toronto Center, Air Canada 1289, ready for taxi.
Take
Canada
that
1289,
off.
runway 05, altimeter
Please make your
2980.
thrust reversers
Taxi
coming off.
via November, Echo,
And
Golf,
Cassie's checked.
Hotel.
Still got the
Cross runway 33 right, and cross runway 33 left.
Taxi via November, Echo Golf Hotel across 33 right and 33 left, Air Canada 1289, thank you.
should not have the speed tapes up. Oh.
Lufthansa 470, turn left heading 220.
Left 220, Lufthansa 470.
There you go. I got so worried about that other aircraft coming in. There we go. Gears up. Of course, nobody in chat said anything, so that's fine. Yeah, we're learning. New aircraft. So we're heading direct down to Oakville. Intercept that line. Should be going
Air Canada 769, turn right heading 150, vector for spacing.
Turn right heading 150, open the first again.
Seabird 2048, surveillance service terminates now. You can change en route frequency. Have a good night.
Thank you, Toronto. Have a good evening yourself. I'll be switching the speed for 2048.
So 122.8 is still in
Lufthansa
there.
470, turn left heading 140, descent to 3000.
140 and 3000, Lufthansa 470.
As a reminder, please keep your seatbelt
We're
fastened
going to
while
increase
you're
our
seated. Do not
speed
congregate in the
to
galley or near the laboratory. This aircraft is equipped with
290.
onboard Wi-Fi. You will be required to pay a small fee if you wish to access
as
it.
we pass
We do
through
offer complimentary
10,000 feet.
Toronto Center, Jazz
Connect
188.
to the Wi-Fi and you'll be able to access our wide range
Jazz 188 center.
library.
Landing lights are off,
Yes,
taxi
sir,
lights are off.
Am I still in your airspace?
People can do
You're
their
just
thing in
leaving
the
now,
back.
Jazz 188. You can change en route frequency. Surveillance service terminates. Goodbye.
Alright, talk to you later. Jazz 188.
Bye.
Toronto Center, good evening, Air Canada 419 Heavy, level 300 with Oscar on board.
Okay, 419 Toronto Center, good evening, stand by.
Can we take a look at some of the views?
470, left heading 090, intercept, cleared ILS, runway 05, approach.
It's a nice window view from the forward cabin.
Intercept, cleared for the ILS 05, Lufthansa 470.
We can go a little bit further
Air
back.
Canada 769, turn left heading
The wing here in the
030
back.
to intercept, cleared ILS, runway 05, approach.
730, cleared hours.
Right side?
Sorry.
And left side, we got one looking slightly backwards.
KLM 692, surveillance service terminates, change en route frequency, good night.
For outside views, I've set up a few. That
Air Canada
side,
419,
this side.
squawk 0542,
the
please.
belly gear view. Nice view at the front.
0542, Air Canada 419.
And we got the out the front window view. This is actually a nice one. I see this a lot of real airliners will set up this type of view with a GoPro or something. Oh. Sun's starting to come through the clouds. Go back here so we can monitor for now. It's probably going to kick us loose once we get, well, it's past Oakville. We're back on course. It's weird it didn't take us directly to Oakville. It took us over to the route line, which is a little odd.
Canada 419, and thank you, you're identified. Runway 05 is active there at Toronto. Information's Oscar.
Turn on the floods a little bit.
Oscar on board.
Lufthansa 470, winds 100 at 11, gust 19. Clear to land runway 05.
Clear to land 05, Lufthansa 470.
A little bit of light.
Canada 769, descend 4000, still cleared approach.
Right, we're through transition.
Descend 4000, clear approach. Air Canada descend.
Over to standard
and Air
pressure.
Canada 419, when ready, descend 12,000. That's 12,000, altimeter 2980.
When ready, 12,000, altimeter 2980, Canada 419.
Should get higher in a minute. How's your flight going, Scott? Assume you're still here?
Jazz 8834, surveillance service terminates. You can change en route frequency now. Have a good night.
122.8 for Jazz 8834, good night. Alright, so we're going to go up to our cruise altitude of, we're going into alt capture now, 36,000 feet for today's flight. Get you climbing again. There we go. So we're heading up to 36,000 again. All right. Get a little bit of condensation on the windows by the looks of it. You're switching over now. Switching over to... Are you down at Gatwick? That was a good flight. How'd the flight go? Alright. So we're not en route yet. We still got to cross Lake Erie, which is somewhere down in that murk. Let's see what the 130. Oh, that's the speed 312 or 320. So we'll be getting our descent in about 55 minutes. And we're estimated into Raleigh in 1 hour and 18 minutes from now. Oh, you're in Toronto now. Oh. Okay, Scott. So the I put my flight plan in. I'll pop it again. Although I'm sure by now you've probably done your own planning. I think since we're clear of air traffic control at the moment, get a little bit of music in the background. Alright, oh, alright. Alright, let's go down to 290 for the climb then. Very murky out here. It's a very nice aircraft. This is default livery. Came with the expansion. I think I can see the tops of it there. Came with the expansion. So it looks pretty good. We're still climbing at 1,800 feet per minute. Didn't set the chrono, but that's okay. We know how far out we are. So everything is looking good. The panels are all looking good. No icing warnings. Yeah, I did say I wanted to cruise at 7.7, so if I just take that over to 7.7 now, and you'll just leave it there. Let me know what aircraft you're flying, Scott, so I can look out for you on VATSim. So again, we do have a controller online. We're just crossing over Lake Erie now, and we do have Washington Center. Is online, and 13375. No, you're still flying your Wizz Air. Okay. Oh, I see the tops. Still a little bit to go. We'll throw the camera up on the front as we come out of the clouds. So there's no controllers up at Durham, Raleigh, Durham right now. So I'm not sure what runway they're using. Current weather has winds 120 at 6. Clouds at 3,000, broken at 5, broken at 25. And I've got us planned in on runway 23. That's gonna kind of make it a wash. There's 1,000 feet to go. And it's almost a direct on crosswind. Just gonna come back here because we're gonna have to watch the throttles in a second. Again, no auto throttles, so we've got to really work it ourselves. See, we're expected to start our descent around Taive. We got a little bit to go. Tyve is actually out by Roanoke, Virginia. Starting to beef up, so I'm going to start pulling the throttles. See, we're starting to speed up. I'm going to get the cruise on the bug. Again, we're going to want to cruise at Mach 7.7. We're going to make our last turn in a second to come off of the departure. Kick our range up a little bit. That's the end of our departure there, which is down over Ohio. Ohio or Pennsylvania? I'm not sure where the border is. Somewhere near on the border between the two states. There we are. Mach 0.77. Good. We're just coming off the other side of Lake Erie in a second. We're heading back around to 194. We're dealing with that wind, 79 knots. We did say we had a headwind for the flight, so this is us running into that now. Kick our speed up a little bit more. Take it up to about 4.5 or so. We'll see where that sits it down at.
In a few moments, we'll be starting our in-flight service. We will be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Please look in your seat back for our list of complimentary and premium drinks.
Sounds like the in-flight service is about to start. If you are watching and you haven't already, please consider hitting the like button or following on Twitch. We do have a Discord channel. I'm going to get Streamlabs to throw it up in the chat. And I'll put the link to the Discord up in Twitch as well. It's got all the information about all the flights we do in our streams. All my streams are community-based events. We do currently doing 5 a week, and it's everything from GA airplanes up to the big airliners. Some of it is multiplayer, some of it is on VATSim. We do try to break it up a little bit, but it's all based on flying with the community and having fun. Yeah, we seem to be right at the top of the clouds. It's not a lot of turbulence, which is something I'm happy about. That looks like a good speed setting at the moment. We'll see if it climbs much higher. There we are. It is a nice looking airplane, and it is visibly longer than the other one, the 700. You can notice the extra length on the fuselage. Not sure how long we're going to be popping through the clouds there, so I'm going to bring the power back just a little bit. Down to, let's go to 5.8, 5.7-ish. Just don't want to climb out of the indicator there. The speed bug. That's the hardest thing about this airplane is speed control, really. Working V-Nav, everything works great. It gives you all your descent guidances. And it is, once you learn it, it's fairly easy to manage. But speed control is the killer. As you can see, she's still creeping away on me here, so I'm going to come back to about 845. You're constantly adjusting on that. $330 miles to top of descent, roughly. Not much to see out the windows. Just the top of the clouds. Yeah, this is a regional flight, no meal service, snacks and drinks. A little bit of music being piped into the cabin. Of course, you can always order something in chat. Cool. I'm currently just on the other side of Lake Erie. What I should do is bring up the map. There we go. Set it about there. There we are. Getting a little bit of turbulence. See, our speed is still high. Bring it back a little bit more. Of course, there's going to be constant adjustments as we fly because the aircraft is going to get lighter, which means it's going to go a little bit faster with the same amount of power. Looking at what controllers are online. JFK is up. Approach, anyway. Philadelphia is online. Ground at Washington Reagan and ground and approach at Dulles are up. That's it at the moment. Be interesting to see what approach they give me. Winds are still 120 at 6. I don't know. It's a toss up. What was that? Oh, I think I just bumped the trim. There's all the airports showing up on the chart. There are a lot of them south of the border. A little bit more power. Yeah, we're bouncing around a little bit now. It's not too bad. That maybe because I hit the trim. Trim wheel forced the nose up. About 330 miles to go. Yeah, I'm watching on VATSpy. I'll see you when you take off. You'll pop up. We should make a slight turn to the left when we cross over the end of the departure. We'll be flying by Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm definitely in the wispies above the clouds. I take it you're flying the 321, Scott? Where are you going? Oh, somehow the autopilot got disengaged. That's interesting. Oh, maybe you want to hit the trim wheel. Okay. That's scary. Very sensitive. We're running the Bravo Throttle Quadrant, and I think that's what it was. I brought my hand down and hit the trim wheel, and I think when I did that, there's a disconnect on the autopilot. Speed creeping again. Back on the throttle. Get us back on course. And Washington Center just went offline. We'll see if he comes back. Sometimes they have a problem and they have to log off and back on again. No. Doing are you going to intercept? Tell me you're going to intercept the route. Should be making a turn the other way. Okay. Let's see if it actually settles onto the route. 56 minutes out from our expected arrival. And Pittsburgh's coming up. It's almost directly below us. 25 miles away. We're going to fly pretty much right over the Pittsburgh area. Wind's up to about, what is that, 81 knots, so you know, we're getting pushed. Ground speed's only 366. It's fairly busy. I'm just looking at North Carolina right now. Well, North and South Carolina. Fair number of aircraft over top of it. Of course, Atlanta's not far away, and that's always busy. Charlotte's still got coverage. It's like Eastern Carolinas that aren't covered. Virginia. Yeah, there's a whole mass down around the Virginia-North Carolina border. So far, I've noticed no real difference in this airplane to the 700. She's a little bit longer, a little bit heavier. I believe that the 1000 again is a little bit heavier, longer as well. But this is accurate for Canada. They only fly, as I said before, the 200s and the 700s, or the 900s. So this lets me, on spur of the moment flights, I can grab this and go do some Air Canada flying. There's that moon. And he's going into Dulles, southwest. So let's talk about our arrival. So we are doing the Aldan 3 arrival. So we're coming here on TV. We're going to turn towards McDon here. We got to be under 17,000. We got a 17,000 limit here for McDon. That's our first waypoint that comes up, and we could see it right there. Oh, for some reason I've lost all my... There we go. TV, we got to start down at 500 feet per minute. That'll bring us down to about 16.7, so just under 17,000, which is what they want us. As you can see here, we're going to fly down again, down to Alden, and then across this way to Butts. From Butts, we have set it up so that we're going to go out here to Worms. We're then going to curve in here and head to Dabkey, which is right here, which we have to be at 4,000 and 3,000 per person. We're probably going to pick up the ILS somewhere out here anyway, so not worried about the glide slope. And then we're going to come in and land. Upon landing, we are landing on 2-3 right. So we're going to be coming in this way. It's going to be a left-hand turn-off on 2-3 right, probably somewhere around Bravo 5 or Charlie. And from there, we're going to be heading into the gates. We're going to be heading over to Terminal 2, and we'll be coming in at probably stand C15 or C11, somewhere in that area right there. So that is our planned approach. And that is what we're going to do, unless ATC comes online and decides they want us to do something a little bit different. But I don't see that happening. Still got Got the little cirrus clouds here. The main cloud layer is below us, so everything is looking pretty good. So we got the speed fairly well in hand. Just gonna bring that back slightly. Flew out of Raleigh, Durham once, years ago in the 90s, on a CRJ, and a small accessory or access hatch opened up on takeoff. Just a small one. I think it had a electrical plug or something inside it, and you hear the hatch cover banging away in the wind. Had to return and have them look at it. Thankfully, there was no damage, and we were able to get out fairly quickly and get back on our way. Passed over Pittsburgh. See the airport there? K Pitt. So we are up on VATSim, however, there's no controllers active in the area we're in right now. Definitely feeling a bit of turbulence now. Scott, how close are you to takeoff? I do feel sorry for that Lufthansa guy who had to go around. He was flying in all the way from Frankfurt. I should have told the controller I'd wait. It happens though. I didn't realize he was that close when we were rolling out, and I took a look at him and I was like, whoa, he's big. Should be over Maryland by now. everything is good so far. About halfway through the flight. Oh, there, Scott just took off out of Toronto. Very good. Be strange seeing a Wizz Air over here. Wizz Air is actually pretty, I think it's Hungarian, but they've got, it's odd the way Europe works. Unlike, like if you look at Canada and US and the countries in North America, you can fly into the country and you can fly out of the country, but you can't fly point to point within the country. But the way the European Union is and the agreements there, they do that all the time through all the countries. So you get routes everywhere. You can have hubs in multiple countries. And I think Wizz Air has is Hungarian, so they got a hub in Hungary. I think they got a hub in, might be in the UK. But you get point to point flights, like France to Germany and stuff, and it'd be Wizz Air or EasyJet or whatever. So a lot more variety over there. I mean, we could do a return flight, like if we landed in Raleigh, a return flight to like one of the other Air Canada hubs, like Montreal, maybe even Halifax, Calgary, or Vancouver. Well, I don't think these would be, you wouldn't want to do this one out to Vancouver. So that'd be a bit long. Even Calgary would be pushing it. Probably Montreal, Halifax could do that corridor. I'd have to see. I've got the Air Canada schedule for, I think it's effective next week and it runs for the next couple months. So that's where I looked up this flight for today. So this is a real world flight. Leaves at 1,300 hours out of Toronto for Raleigh. Yep, I see you there, Scott. Saw you pop up on VATSim. Alright, so we are heading off to the Ricks waypoint. And after that, it's 100 miles to Tive. FedEx flight. I'm not sure where he is. He's not close to me. Oh, he's climbing out of, he's climbing out of New York. Yeah, 100 miles from Ricks to Tive. Then we'll be starting our arrival procedures. Oop, I think the ground, my airspeed's getting a little slow. Oh yeah. And that wind's picking up a little bit. the 89. Stay out of the climb thrust. Now wind is definitely slowing us down. See the routing starting to come in, and you can see our top of descent marker has popped in, which is good. It'll help us get down in an appropriate fashion. So we're just coming up for Buchanan. We're into Virginia. No, we're just about to cross into Virginia. I think. Or that might be county lines. Not sure. But we're heading south. That I do know. The VATSim is having a fit. It's not providing any updated data. Atlanta Center, Boston Center, fine. Washington Center is the one that would be concerning me, which we're just about to enter into. Here's our speed back up to 7.7. Pull slightly back. Too much above it. So our descent briefing's done. We're just monitoring now until we get to our top of descent, which is coming up. It's just before TV. We got our first major hard restriction you can see is Mac Dune at we have to be below 17,000 feet. And we'll get to the airport in looks like 22 minutes. $157 miles out from Raleigh. I think that's, I don't know if that's track or direct line. There's 3 aircraft inbound to Raleigh right now. Myself and Scott, and then another CRJ900 coming out of LaGuardia. Where is he right now? EDV 4856. Just trying to see if I can find out how far out he is. Oh, he just left. He's still up in the New York area. So we're good there. Where's Scott's across Lake Ontario? He's on the south side there, heading for Lake Erie. And we're heading down towards Roanoke. Bring the power back again. Speed back down to the bug. So once TV crosses the 80 nautical mile ring on my display, I'm going to dial it down to 80. Allow us to see the constraints a little bit better. Yeah, unfortunately you can't see, there's no view out today. I mean, it's just a solid cloud cover on the eastern seaboard. I did notice on Volanta that there is a large storm front to the west, massive, multiple states covered, like up into Canada and all the way down to like Georgia, I guess Arkansas area. So that might be hitting in the next day or so. But at the moment we're okay. Scott, if you're interested, I might do another flight tomorrow night. Maybe out of Raleigh, maybe we'll go up to Montreal. So I know we've got the caravans in the Caribbean flight in the afternoon. But if you're available, I don't know your schedule, but if you're available, we could look at doing a flight out of Raleigh tomorrow night. Let's change the range back now. There's our top of descent. So we're 80 miles from top of descent. Alright, so fuel. Let's run the panel. We'll take a look at what all the panels are while we're here. So we come over here, we'll come over to the first one, which is our priority panel, which of course is engines. It's already displayed on the left one, but we can see N1, N2, the internal turbine temperature. This is the front compressor, rear compressor. Fuel flow in kilograms per hour, oil temperature, oil pressure. Vibrations are in the green, which is what we want. Total fuel quantity on board and on each tank. And you can see we were drawing a little bit out of the left for the APU, so that's why that's a little bit lower down. Stat page is just our basic one. We see that, gives us our flight number, shows our trims. You can see it's bouncing around. Oxygen, so we're pressurized for 18,440 right now in the cabin. Cabin out temperature is 23 degrees. Or sorry, that's the oxygen supply. Cabin altitude is 6,700 feet. Rate of climb, pressurization, change rate and stuff. Landing elevation, we'll have to change that shortly. It's going to be 440 feet, which is the elevation down in Raleigh. We've got the ECS, which is the air. You can see the packs are on, providing the pressure and the temperatures into the cabin, and they're coming off the engines and not the APU because that valve is closed. Hydraulics, all three systems, the 1A, 1B, 3A, 3B, 2B, 2A. You can see them all here. The valves are open, 1A is open, 2A is open, 3A is open, and what they're actually feeding. Electrics, you got your AC coming off both engines. And we go to DC, so this is showing the internal DC current inside for the batteries and a lot of the other onboard electrical stuff. Fuel, there's our fuel flow, where our pumps are, fuel temperature. See right here, minus 30. Fuel pressure by the engines, you can see the engine fuel is open. APU will be going here. Feed-ins for the cross bleeds and all that type of stuff are all shown up here as well. Flight controls, again, we saw this when we did the flight control check. It just shows, you can see the little spoiler flaps going as we're bouncing around here. Anti-ice system is currently off, so the engine bleeds are closed, the wing bleeds are closed. And the doors page. All doors are green, which means they're all nice and secured. And that is our stat page. So we'll be constantly cycling through that in flight, just making sure that everything is good and showing up appropriately. So 290 knots is our descent speed, 250 below 10,000 feet. The reason we're slower here is because of much thinner air. The moon is definitely rising. Less air pressure shows less indicated airspeed, but that's why we go by Mach at these higher flight levels. Yeah, I can see you're out over mid Lake Erie now. 57 miles out. And top of descent's about 50 miles out. I've just left the seatbelt sign on now as we're bouncing around. Nice big windows in this airplane. That's one thing I do. I mean, look at this view. It's a lot nicer if you can see the ground, but it's an amazing view out the window. You see Roanoke, that's our entry point into the arrival. Still 87 knot headwind. An 8. Yeah, it's an 8. It's impressive. Top of descent coming up, almost 40 miles away. So we're going to do a continual descent, not all the way down though. So we're going to set it for Butts. Butts is our last hard descent point and our exit point for the Star. So we have to be 210 knots at 6,000 feet at Butts. So we're going to set our descent altitude to 6,000 feet. We'll do the waypoints and restrictions all the way down. We have to be between 12,000 or under 17,000 at McDon, under 12,000 at Favco, between 12 and 9,000 at 250 knots at Alden, under 9,000 at Grazer, at Harsh 210 knots between 8 and 9,000, and then 210 knots at 6,000 at Butts, and then we descend down for the ILS intercept at that point. So we will set 6,000 feet, and you can see here it will give us our descent. So when we get Tavy, we're going to have to go down to 1,300 feet per minute, the way it stands currently, to get down to MacDon. 17,000. It's 55 miles, roughly, between the two. And then from McDon to get down to Favco at 12,000, it's another 1,500, and then from Favco to Alden, it's 1,600. So it gives us all our vertical feet per minute we need to be on the path. We'll also get what they call the snowflake here, which we try to keep aligned. And down here there'll be a little blue circle, which will show us where our vertical speed should be. It should actually pop up as soon as we start our descent, which we'll do at our TOD point. Looks like Scott's just made it across Lake Erie. We're still in the wispy, very thin cirrus clouds up here. Minus 30 degrees Celsius outside right now. True air temperature. It's minus 55 because of the wind effect flying at these speeds. But minus 30 is the true air. Got a Southwest Airlines 737-800 passing in front of us, a little bit further out. He's heading down to he came out of Philadelphia, heading to Atlanta. It's at 30,000 feet, so there's going to be no conflict. tilt below. TCAS is on. Traffic is on. It's on auto mode. ABS is good. Should be able to do the test. Yeah, there's the test. Showing the different
TCAS system test okay.
there we go. Oh, whether it works or not, I don't know. Surprised we're not picking up that Southwest flight. I mean, he's only 20 miles out. Even though he is set for below. Okay. Sun glaring in here now. So 6,000 feet going in the altitude selector. Turn this where I can see. Map now. So we're almost at the top of descent. Oh, you just got to cruise? Cool. I'm just about to start my descent. .5 miles out from the airport. Of course, we got a lot more track miles to run as we come around to get there. All right, so we have to go down at 2,000 feet per minute. So there's vertical speed. We'll start to descend. 2,000 feet per minute is selected, and power coming back. If you ever get to about 2,500 feet per minute, that's pretty much an idle descent.
Customs at our destination, flight attendants will begin handing out forms momentarily. Please review and complete these forms and keep them with you for presentation upon arrival.
That's a lie. You pre-clear in Toronto. It's actually, there's the snowflake, and there is the blue circle showing where we should be. This is actually considered a domestic flight into the U.S. because you clear customs in Toronto itself before you head down. So we're going to watch the speed. And start increasing our dot. And we'll go over to speed mode, take it up to 280. Yeah, no problem, Scott. I actually, honestly, I wasn't expecting you to join in, given that you're already flying in Europe. Oops, somehow I got half bank turned on. Yeah, like I said before, I'm waiting for Fly Tampa to come out with Toronto. It's not modeled very well. I used to have the Toronto Fly Tampa for FSX, and I loved it, so I can't wait for them to come out with it. I've already got Vancouver's FS Dream Team. There is one for Montreal I may get, since that's the other hub, and I think the other one I may get is Halifax. So that would give me the two coasts and the two major. And I don't know if there's a Calgary or not. But if I can get Calgary as well, that would give me the 5 major hubs in Canada. Now we're just going to monitor our descent speed, play the throttles all the way down. So we're heading for McDon, where we have to be at 17,000. And like I said, it's 54 miles to cross on that. And we're going to be heading into the clouds, so the icing gear will have to come on. I like that view. It's an interesting one. The sun's on this side, so. Actually, an interesting thing to check, and I'm going to see if I can notice it, is I did a few CRJ flights, 700 flights offline when I was getting used to the airplane again, and I noticed I didn't get the flickering taxi lights, no matter where I went. They were always fine. So I'm wondering if it's a multiplayer VATSim issue, or if it's aircraft specific. That's the other thing I don't know. I'll have to try that because I was in this and not the A320. But it was flickering on this when we did the other night flight, so. Or at least the 700. I'll have to check. Alright. Can't stay outside for too long on these flights. Speed will get away from you. Power back. We're down low enough in the air. I'm going to bring it up to 290, which is what I said I wanted our speed at for our descent. 290. See all the waypoints coming in on the nav display. 27,000. It's probably going to want me at a steeper angle. Uh, 2,500. Okay, so we'll go to 2,500. Bring the engines back to idle. See what happens with the speed. So it's slowing down a little bit. Oh, yeah, that's that storm that was coming in. Yeah, you must be getting hit by that thing. I think we're going to get hit here shortly, tomorrow with it. I'll check the weather when I've finished. My phone's in the other room, but yeah, looks like it's coming. Alright, so we're going to bring the display down to 40 range-wise so we can keep an eye on what's happening here. So we're on the snowflake, which is what we want. Still no ATC. So we're 23,000. We'll get the no smoking, no portable devices on. Now our nav radios are set to auto tune. You can see the auto there. We should be looking for them to tune into a frequency of 111.7, and it should tune to a chorus of 234. Just keep that in mind as we go, in case we got to do it manually. It does it fairly late, so I'm not too worried about it. So the speed's getting a little high, pull it back. No, I'm actually in I'm in a bit. I'm not, well, according to what I can see, I'm close to it, but I'm not that far, and I'm actually flying away from it at the moment. Atlantic control is to my west. Speed down. Alright, so it is raining in Raleigh. There's the weather. So we're cleared below, so we're going to set our pressure now to 3002. If we look at the weather, winds are 120 at 6, 10 miles, light rain, scattered at 3,700, broken at 11,000, overcast at 25,000. Temperature's 18, dew point 17, pressure 30.02, remarks, AO2, yeah, that's all good. There's 17,000, we're a little high, but that's fine. The next descent rate they want is 29. I'm going to go up to 29. We're going to come right back on the power. We may have to speed brake it. Alright, so I'm going to kill the music since we're below 18,000 feet. Coming in, we're going to have to start slowing this baby down. Set my next speed bug here. Somehow my Navigraph just closed on me. Yeah, 250 knots. This is a rather steep descent down here. It says we can go up to 1300. I'll let the speed bleed. And we got to be at 250 for 12,000. Bring this back to 20 miles. We'll see. It doesn't look like it's raining. Don't see any massive storms. A little bit of build-ups, but not too bad. 12,000 coming up. $900. Speed's coming down. It's having us adjust so that we meet our restrictions. Bring it to 700. There's the speed down. Power up. Again, speed management is critical here. Doesn't have to be exact, but as long as it's within the bug. Well, it's 900. Give it 900 down. $1,400. We're on 122.8. Duck Monsoon, hello. Nice name for the weather that's inbound in the next 24 hours or so, by the looks of it. How are you tonight? Thank you for joining us on the stream. We're just coming in to land in at Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina, testing out AreoSoft's new CRJ900. So 1,500 feet per minute. Give that a click. See, we're still aiming. Should be down around butts at 6,000, which is good. Speed's getting up there, so we'll come back. It's 10,000 feet coming up, so lights are all on. We get the taxi lights on. Passenger signs are all set. Everything else is good. We got to get that landing elevation set quickly, so I will go up and do that. We want 440.
We have begun our final descent into North Carolina. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any
the 340, yeah, I know a couple people that have picked that up. Are you enjoying it?
All Wi-Fi related tasks.
That's the big thing, especially with some of these aircraft. They're so expensive. You gotta, it's when you're disappointed in them, it's horrible. But if you're happy with it, hey, that's great. We're not going down to 3,000 feet per minute here. 1,500 feet is good. Hey, just a Mozzie Gamer. Yeah, how are you doing? Yep, first flight in it. Just picked it up this afternoon. Haven't even done a practice run or anything. This is, I don't know. I was feeling brave. Go right to VATSim on my first flight in it. But it's been good. A couple minor things, more pilot error than anything, but it's working good. We're just on our arrival into Raleigh, North Carolina. Excellent. We do VATSim long haul flights on Saturday, Duck Monsoon. If you want to join in, come over to the Discord. Let me quickly throw this up. And the information on all the flights. This Saturday we're doing Perth, Australia to Hong Kong. So there'll be 340s, 330s, 787s. Do the streaming in VATSim. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I love the communities that build up, and the group of people you get to fly with and meet, and a lot of fun. And that's why all my streams are done as live streams, because I want to fly with the community. I think it's absolutely great. Okay, where are we going down to? Our next one is 4,000 feet, so we'll set our altitude down to 4,000. And we're looking at 1,300 feet per minute, so we'll get that dialed in. Work the speed, 1,300. There we go. We'll start down. 1,300 Zulu on Saturday. I got a lot of guys in Europe, so I try to make it work for them as well. Saturday and Sunday streams are 1,300. We're doing a world tour in the DC-6s on Sundays. It's recreating the Boeing or the Pan Am around the world itineraries from the 40s and 50s. So we currently flew, last week it was Chicago into Kennedy, and this Sunday we're flying Kennedy to, oh yeah, we're on vectors. Kennedy to Gander to get ready for the Atlantic crossing. Yeah, I've got a clock on Zulu sitting right in front of me under my main monitor screen. Alright, speed's coming back. We gotta be at 210, which is fine. Start dialing that back. Let's get our performance landing stuff set. There we go, 141. That's all bugged. What part of the world are you in there, Duck? Let's go range. There we go. Alright, localizers are tuned. 111.7, excellent. Just gonna keep ourselves dialed in here. I don't want to get too slow. Yeah, having it on your yoke would help. We're getting under T speed, so we'll go flaps 1. Into heading mode. Switch our nav source over to lock 1. We're at 4,000 feet. Flaps 8. Keep that speed up. Go down to 3,000 feet now. Stay above that glide slope, or under that glide slope. Actually, we're going to go to approach mode now. What part of the world are you in there, Duck? Yeah, Aussie, almost at 300. It's been a fun ride. All right, gonna have to concentrate a little bit here, guys. Sorry. Chat amongst yourselves. Coming up on 3,000, we're on the localizer. Altitude capture for 3,000 feet, we're just below the glide slope. Landing lights are on, strobe lights are on. Seatbelt signs done, cabin has been notified. Auto ground spoilers are in effect. Flaps 8, gear is still up. 3,000 feet. Decision height. 609. Come on, turn that dial. Oh, MDA. Are you going decision height? Okay. You want decision height. 609. There we go, altitude capture. You're really gonna make me crank this all the way around. Watch that speed. Ooh, that's not the one. Really watch that speed. Alright, enough of that. 609, I know where it is. Glide slope's coming in. Flaps, gear. And we're going around, guys. Wow, she was really, really botched that one. Alright, let's get our altitude 3,000. Let's go speed mode, heading mode. Fly straight ahead. And gear coming up. Oregon, okay. And we just punched right through our altitude there. Let's bring the power back. Try this again. Turn to a heading of 356. Get ourselves down to 3,500 feet. Give this another try. Alright. Let's concentrate this time. Had a long day. Yeah, Oregon is not very scenic. I haven't been there. Spent a lot of time up in the BC area. But love the forest and the nature, the mountains, and the you know, the coast there. All right, 3,000 feet coming up. 3,400 is the minimum, so we'll take it up to 3.5. Yeah, Memphis would be busy. Like you said, big FedEx. Alright, okay, let's get our VREF speeds and everything entered back in again. So I want to be coming in at about 150. Now is not the time to pun. Alright, we're at Durham. We're going to head at 80-degree heading. We're heading back to Beebake for the intercept. The other aircraft is inbound, so I want to get this done. So I'm not interfering with him. Land in Charlotte. Yeah, you get a lot of traffic there, Scott. All right. Oh, thank you very much, Duck. Greatly appreciated. It the information's all up there. There's a lot of stuff. So, and if you have any questions about anything, feel free to ask. you're more than welcome. Alright, we're going to go a little bit further out and then we'll come back around and do a angled intercept to B-Bag. Bring that around now. About 120. Around that speed, around 210, which is what we want. Oh, my camera adjusted there. Yeah, again, you're seeing first flight here in the 900 for me. So, and I've just gotten back into the RJ. So it's a little bit of relearning everything as well for me. Bring that down to the 5 miles. The one light you can't turn out, it's a night light. I think it's supposed to stay on. Pilots get scared in the dark. Speed's 210, flaps 1. Slats. Speed, keep the speed at 200. Turn inbound. There we go. Said, keeping the power on this thing is a huge thing. Of course, I go around once and the clouds close in. The map light? Cool. And it's, yeah, it's your Airbus tray table. There we go. On final intercept heading. $210 knots. I see Scott coming in towards Roanoke and the other aircraft coming in behind me. Alright, and we are still tuned for the ILS. Glide slope is in, so approach mode is on. Speed starting to come back. It's 3210, flaps 8. $13 miles out. Raleigh, Durham area traffic, Jazz 8834, established ILS, runway 23 right, Durham. It's 180, next notch, flaps 20. It's 12 miles. glide slope. Flaps 25, flaps 30. They're 10 miles out. Gear down. The thing about VATSim is getting used to all the people talking and trying to keep up with everything. I did my first VATSim CRJ900 flight the other day, flew London to Paris, and it got pretty busy. Plus they changed the arrival on me. Became a bit much, but you just have to methodically work through it. All right, speed up, 150. A little bit higher landing speed than used to. Alright, reversers are armed. Oh, hello, Nicole. How are you doing today? It's good to nice of you to drop in and say hi. Alright, we're established on the localizer, established on the glide slope. Speed is 150 and sitting firm. 3 miles out, 6 miles out. I'm going to drop full flaps. Oh, Scott, so you can hear everything? Yeah. Can get a bit intense at times. A dream is my niece, my young niece, so it's nice she popped in to say hi. Alright, we're holding there 6.5 miles. Keeping that speed, 150. We're in the clouds. 609 feet is our, whoa. 609 feet is our,
1,000.
Decision height, 1,000 feet to go. Full flaps. I can't see a thing. We are bouncing.
1,000.
It is turbulent. Taking the autopilot off. I got the airport in sight. We were bouncing over those hills. That wind is something else. There's the airport.
Sync rate.
Yeah. You and your sync rate.
Sync rate 500.
Well, we're high.
Sync rate 400. Sync rate 300. 200. Minimum.
Landing.
200. Sync rate.
Right where we want to be
100.
speed-wise.
Minimums 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Reversers on. Hold her on this runway. Braking. Oh, that was interesting. Definitely getting bumped around there. Pressure's off.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to North Carolina. The local time is 3:11 p.m. and it's currently about 64 degrees Fahrenheit. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have been shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us. If
A
you're
little bit of
making
stuttering
selection,
here.
we
Not
encourage you
sure
to
why.
check your itinerary to ensure a smooth continuation of your journey. We apologize for the delay. Please coordinate with airline staff as necessary regarding connecting flights or vouchers.
Alright, so landing lights off. Get the strobe light off. Get the APU up and going. Transponder standby. Flaps are up. Radar is off. Lights and strobes are off, and probe heats are off. All right, we are down. Raleigh area traffic, Jazz 8834 clear, runway 23 left or 23 right.
Raleigh Durham traffic, Endeavor 4856, going to be hooking up to the ILS. Runway 23 left, Raleigh.
Alright, let's get her in and parked. It'll be your Eastern time as well, right, Scott? So probably about 7 p.m. or so. So we made it down. Bit of a handful coming in on that final. Definitely had some turbulence there that the aircraft was having a fight with, and then of course with me doing it, it was a bit of a fight as well. We're going Perth, Australia up to Hong Kong. I'll be on VATSim, and we'll be gathering at the Perth Airport in Western Australia. Here's the APU coming online. And here we are. Rather abrupt halt, but that's the way she seems to want to do it. You're coming in the dark, Scott. It's not dark yet. Well, no, it would be for you. I rolled my time back. Ah, that's right. Alright, so we're down. So parking brake is on. Seatbelt signs are off. No smoking sign is off. Is the APU up yet? No. Just waiting for the APU to come up. Should be an interesting flight. Not sure how long it's going to take, but it should be interesting for that APU to come on. APU is on, ready to provide power. Engine, the right engine is coming. No, not you. Right engine is coming off, and left engine is coming off. Anti-ice wasn't on, so we're good there. Fuel pumps are coming off. Everything's binging and bonging and having a heart attack. Landing lights are off. And nose wheel steering is disconnected. So over to the aircraft. Chocks are in. We'll get the APU or ground power unit connected. Baggage doors are opening. Stairs are up. And power cart is available. So we'll switch over to that, shut off the APU, and close the door. And here we are. Welcome to Raleigh. You go 12 a.m. your time. Okay. Is the only thing you stream your round the world tour, Ozzy? I should join you one of these days. I've popped in and watched bits of the stream. I know you're in South America right now. I believe you're still there. Well, anyway, that's our first flight in the CRJ900. Worked out pretty well. I think tomorrow night we're going to go from here, 1700 Zulu-ish, which will be, or 1700 local, which will be 1 a.m. Zulu, I guess. We're going to...
Raleigh traffic, Endeavour 4856 on final runway 23 left. Raleigh.
We're going to fly up from here to Montreal, and we'll get into Montreal and do that flight. Probably roll the time back as well. Still getting used to the airplane. Don't want to do it at night. Too much until I'm really comfortable with it, and we'll see where we go from there. Anyway, thank you all for joining us. Duck, thanks for subscribing and coming over to the Discord. We'll talk to you there. And Scott, hope you have a really good landing. We'll see you tomorrow for the flight. If we don't see you on the Caravans stream in the Caribbean during the day, we will see you tomorrow night. Oh, okay, so you stream a bunch of stuff, yeah. And you're going to be doing some A320 stuff. Well, that's cool. That's really cool. Alrighty, guys, have a good night. Ozzy, have a good day. I think you're midday for you. And we will see you guys all tomorrow. Thanks for dropping by. Talk to you later.